If you have even the slightest doubt in your mind that you are going to make it, then honestly, I'm just going to be real with you. It's over. It's done already. You have to have unwavering, untouchable faith in the fact that you are going to get to where you're going. Without that faith that you're going to get to where you want to go, you're going to continuously deny the opportunities as they come up and smack you in the face. And they're going to smack you in the face. It's going to keep on smacking you in the face until you respond. But if you don't believe, you're just going to keep getting smacked in the face for the rest of your life. Let me tell you a quick story. I was in my first year of university, and I had a friend that I met that was deep into the e-commerce game in high school the same way that I was. And I remember there was a point where he started really hitting it. Like he was making stupid amounts of money. And I was struggling. So he was looking at me and he was like, "What's the problem? Like, just do it." And I was like, "Dude, I am trying." And I kept on asking him for advice. And he kept on kind of just saying, like, "Dude, you just got to do it." And I couldn't really wrap my head around what was happening at that moment because I had been doing a lot of the same things. And in fact, I had been working on this even longer than he had. And it got to a point to where I stagnated and he absolutely exploded. Like international businessman at like 19 years old, traveling the world. And I was stuck in university. He had dropped out and everything, right? So his life was a whole different path now. And I just remember being devastated, trying to understand exactly what it was that I did differently than what he did. And right now, as I think about it, the biggest difference was that he had unwavering faith in his abilities to figure it out. And so, when the opportunities came up for him to reinvest in himself or to go and learn from other people who were doing even better than him, he jumped on it immediately without hesitation. Without hesitation, he would spend money on advertising. Without hesitation, he would try new things because he knew that if he kept doing that, that he would continue to find success. And now, here's where things get tricky, right? Because you might think, oh, well, I've never had any success, so how could I believe that I'm going to succeed? And the truth is that you have to do the things first. You see, when we're kids like that and we go out and we try new things, there's no reason in our minds that we won't be able to do it. You can't tell a 5-year old kid that he can't be a firefighter one day or that he can't be a lawyer. He's not going to comprehend why. You need to have a childlike confidence and faith in being able to accomplish what it is that you want to do. And if you don't, if you are just stuck and you're like, I don't believe that I can do it, I don't know what I need to do, but something is missing and I don't know. Like, I just don't know if I can do this or not. Here's what you need to do. You need to do something that you have never done before. You see, the way that our brains work is that we actually create our perception of the world based upon the actions that we take. We've talked about this on the channel before, but there was an experiment that was done where people were given glasses that turned the world upside down. And in turning the world upside down, the only people that were able to regain their bearings were the people who stood up and walked around. Your action creates the perception that you have of the world and molds your ability to find your place within it. But if you just sit there, then only whenever you stand up, whenever point that is, then you begin the process. So even if you don't believe, even if you don't have a clear path or a way that you see that's going to make this work for you, you just have to do something that you've never done before. You just have to stand up and start walking around. You might fall over, you might bust your head open, but that is a part of the process. And really, the faith that you need to have is in the fact that no matter what happens, that you're going to keep going. You see, we on the internet are seeing all these people who are multimillionaires at 22 or buying Lamborghinis and Ferraris at 13. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's not real because I've seen that stuff firsthand. I've seen kids do that. So the issue with that is that you're comparing yourself to someone else's journey. And the only thing that you should be picking up from what's happening there, you shouldn't be feeling bad about the fact that you're not there yet. The only thing that you should be picking up from that is that it is possible. Is that there is no way that it cannot be done because it is being done. But that does not mean that it should have already been done for you. You are on a separate path. You see, because I had some early successes in my life, I actually underdeveloped in other areas of my life. And I saw the same exact thing with the people around me as I continued to progress. And I saw them pass me up. They passed me up and they became more successful in terms of finances or in terms of their career. And guess what? The younger you are when you do that, depending upon your family background and everything else, the more likely that you are going to be missing, all right, some of the other things that might actually be foundational to you maintaining that growth over time. When you are not where you want to be, I totally get that. Don't worry, I'm not either. I'm far from it. But the only thing that you can do is continue to build out the foundations of what's going to make sure that you continue on that path. The foundations of that are your beliefs and your habits. What is it that you believe, and what are the things that you consistently do that put you in the position to set a stronger baseline for where it is that you want to go? So I want you to ask yourself, what is something that I can do that I have not done before that will build myself a better foundation? It could be working out. Okay, when you work out, you are literally making yourself a better thinker. The science has proven that working out and aerobic exercise increases your cognitive ability. It gives you a cognitive edge. So if you're not working out, that's easy. You've got no excuse. Go and do that. And I don't mean you need to go run 10 miles. I mean, you need to go and walk around your neighborhood. I mean, you need to do 10 push ups if that's what you're capable of. I need you to just do one little thing that's going to push you down the path to doing the things that you need to do and then reinforcing in your mind the beliefs that are necessary to get to where you want to go. It could be going out and networking. It could be just being better at saying hello to people that you don't know. It could be smiling at someone who's across the street from you and waving and saying hello. You see, the little things that you do, the little actions that you take in the world, it doesn't have to be related to money. You're so caught up in the money, and you don't need to have the money. You don't need to be thinking about the money. You need to be thinking about the inner operator, because that inner operator is going to attract the money or is it going to repel it. The money is everywhere. There's money all over the place. It's flying around. Trillions of dollars in circulation every day. You do not need to focus on the money. You need to focus on your beliefs and your habits. If you're interested in learning more about the specific beliefs that you need to have to be able to build wealth over the long term and continue to grow, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be talking about beliefs, we're going to be talking about habits, and we're going to be talking about the neuroscience and the psychology that you can use to your advantage to ingrain these principles into your life. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If this was helpful to you in any way, it just lets me know. Obviously, this channel is just getting started, so it's super helpful to me to have an understanding of what it is that you want to hear about, whether or not this is helpful. And obviously, if you like this, share this with someone who you think this could help. And other than that, I'll see you next time.